Now the topic in this video I am going to take the moment of inertia. The topic here in this video which I am going to discuss with you is moment of inertia. This topic actually we studied in the chapter rotational motion in the class 11th. Actually rotational motion topic is little bit confused among the students. So in this video I just explain a very basic concept of moment of inertia, and different questions based on moment of inertia I will make a separate video. Actually moment of inertia can be categorized in 2 or 3 parts. That means there are theorems, perpendicular axis theorem, parallel theorem, and there are application based questions on moment of inertia, and there are questions regarding with moment of inertia, that is the relationship with the moment of inertia, with the angular momentum, with the uh, kinetic energy, etc. So many different topics are related with the topic of a moment of inertia. But in this video I am going to share with you what is the main base of moment of inertia. What is moment of inertia? Simply, in the case of center of mass, what we do? We do just the sum of mass into product of distance over mass. So this is the center of mass. What is the difference between center of mass and moment of inertia? But moment of inertia is represented by capital I and its value is sigma mr square. Here we have sigma mr over m. In moment of inertia we have sigma mr square. That is mr square. That is, the moment of inertia is the product of masses and the square of the distance of the particle. For example, there is a rigid body and this is the axis of rotation. Okay, in this case we take an axis of rotation. Axis of rotation. So for example, there are different particles in this rigid body having masses m1, this is m2, this is m3, and they are at a different distance from the axis of rotation. For example, this is r1, this is r2, and this is r3. Now how will we find the moment of inertia for this rigid body? We just take the sum of all, that is moment of inertia is equal to m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus m3 r3 square dot. Number of particles, the small elements we can take in the rigid body. So overall moment of inertia is the summation of mr square. Clear? So where r is equal to 1 to m. So now if we consider this, the unit for mass is kilogram and unit for distance is meter square. So this is its unit. You can also find a dimensional formula, that is mass L square and T is 0. Clear? So this is the dimensional formula, this is the unit for moment of inertia, and the definition of moment of inertia, it is the product of mass and the square of the distance from the axis of rotation. Now I am going to explain you the simple silly questions based on this topic. How will you find the moment of inertia for different questions? Now students, this is the very first question based on the moment of inertia. A body of mass 5 kg is rotating around an axis in a circular motion. That means a body is rotating around an axis in a circular motion having a mass of 5 kg. Clear? The distance of center of mass of the body from axis of rotation is 10 meter. So this is the axis of rotation. So distance from the axis of rotation is 10 meter. And you have to find the moment of inertia. As I told you earlier, moment of inertia we have mr square. Clear? So mass of the body is 5 kg, so I put it 5, and distance is 10 meters, so this is a square. We have 5 into 100, that is 500, and unit is kilogram per meter square. So when you find the moment of inertia for these types of question, just convert the uh, quantities and the figure of kilogram meter square, then you will solve it. For example, if we have here 5 grams and we have distance here, for example 5 centimeter, then how will we solve this? Just mass is what? 5 gram. So converted into kilogram, we have 5 by 1000 kilogram. Now distance is what? 5 centimeter. This is 5 centimeter. So convert it into meter, we have 5 by 100 centimeter. So clear? Now find the moment of inertia. For in place of mass, we put 5 by 1000 and r square, that is into 5 by 100 into 5 by 100. Clear? So we have 125 into 10 to the power 3 to 5 to 7, 10 to the power minus 7 kilogram per meter square. So please convert the given quantities into kilogram and meter before solving the question. Now I am going to take the next pattern in which we have to find the moment of inertia. Now students, you have seen that there are two figures in front of your screen, and I am going to explain you how will you find the moment of inertia in both the cases. Actually, in finding the moment of inertia, the axis of rotation has very important role in finding the moment of inertia, because from axis of rotation we have to find the distance of the particle, and in different cases distance of the particle differ. So ultimately the value for moment of inertia is also changes. So just consider the first case. There are three particles A, B and C having masses m, and they are placed at the three corners of a triangle. For example, the triangle is an equilateral triangle. That means the triangle which have all the three sides equal, and let the length of all the three sides of the equilateral triangle is a small a. And now we have to find a moment of inertia where axis of rotation goes from the altitude, that is from the point A. Okay. So in this case, moment of inertia when the axis of rotation xy goes from the altitude of the triangle, that is from point A, then moment of inertia we have to find for these two particles. Okay. So distance from here and here, what is the distance? So here the distance is a by 2, and here is also the distance a by 2, because overall length of the equilateral triangle is a. So moment of inertia is moment of inertia of A, moment of inertia of B, and moment of inertia is C. So for A, the distance is, axis of rotation is goes from the point A, so we have m into 0. We have the formula, moment of inertia is mr square. Clear? Now for B, we have the same mass plus distance is a by 2, so we write a by 2 whole square, plus for IC we again have mass a by 2 whole square. So we have, this becomes 0, so we have a square by 4m plus a square by 4m. So we have answer 2a square m by 4. That means it gets cut down. So total overall moment of inertia is ma square by 2 when the axis of rotation goes from the altitude of the triangle. Now we just take another case and see whether the moment of inertia is same for both the cases or it may differ. Okay. Clear? We take the distance from the axis of rotation. Now just see in the next question, if the axis of rotation xy goes at this point B, and we have to find the moment of inertia. So the point at which the axis of rotation goes, we just take the moment of inertia from this point as 0, as I have taken in the case of IA, it becomes 0. So we just consider the moment of inertia for the 2 points A and C and just add up them to get the total moment of inertia. So from the point C, we see that the distance from the axis of rotation is A. Clear? Now for the point A, what is the distance? This is the distance from the axis of rotation. This is R. And how much it equals? We can find it by, so this is, what are the coordinates of this? So this is A by 2, comma, A by, so this is here A. Clear? So what is the distance? This is the A by 2. Okay. So moment of inertia is mr square. For the C we have m a square plus for this we have m a by 2 whole square. Clear? So we have ma square plus m a square by 4. So 4 ones are 4 plus 5 ma square by 4. So this is the value of moment of inertia when the axis of rotation goes from point B. Similarly, we can take out the values for other points also. Clear? So in the case of moment of inertia, we simply just concentrate the distance from the axis of rotation. Clear? So next question I am going to take. The topic I explained to you earlier, I will going to explain it more clearly with the taking this example, having the digits. Now just see here, we have a triangle in this shape. It is a right triangle at the B. So three masses are kept at three different positions. At A we have 3 kg mass, at B we have 2 kg mass, at C we have 1 kg mass. And the distance from A to B is 3 meter. Distance from B to C is 4 meter. Okay, and it is not given. So according to Pythagoras, if we find out, we get here 5 meters. So distance from A to C is 5 meter. We have calculated with the help of Pythagoras theorem. Now if we have to find the moment of inertia at different points. So if I take the case in this way, if the axis of rotation goes from this point, okay, from the point A. So for A we have 0. So we take these 2 points. Clear? So when we take these 2 points, the distance from here, from B to A is what? 3 meters. Just concentrate on the distance from the axis of rotation in order to find the moment of inertia. Now for case of C, the distance is what? Here from the point of axis of rotation, here our distance is 5 meter. So overall moment of inertia is what? For IB and IC. So moment of inertia is mass of B is 2 and distance is 3 square. Now mass of C is 1 and distance is 5 square. So we have 2, 3 3s are 9 plus 25. So we have 18 plus 25. We have 3 and 43 kilogram meter square. Okay. In this way, I am going to explain you next concept also. Now the next case, if the axis of rotation is along BC, if the axis of rotation is along BC, okay, so we just take the consideration of point A. So as we know, the distance from this is 3 meters. So overall moment of inertia is what? Mass of A is 3 kg and 3 square. So we have 3 into 9, that is 27 kilogram meter square. We just leave the B and C because axis of rotation goes along B and C points. So in this way, in the case of moment of inertia, we just specially concentrate on the distance from the axis of rotation. If we able to find the distance from axis of rotation, then it's very easy to solve the moment of inertia for any figure. Now the next question which I have taken here, to find the moment of inertia for the case of the square. For example, there are 4 point masses having same mass m. They are put on each corner of a square having side a centimeter, a meters. Okay, that is kg and this is in meters. Now we have to find the moment of inertia in different cases. For example, the axis of rotation is along this point A. Then how will we find the moment of inertia for A? So for B, for C and for D. For the point A, it becomes total moment of inertia IA, IB, IC and ID. So the value for A becomes 0 because distance from axis of rotation here is 0. Now from the point B, the distance from the axis of rotation is A. So we have MA square. Okay. Now for the C, the distance from the axis of rotation is what? A under root 2. So we have M A under root 2 whole square. Now for the point D, the distance is A. So we have MA square. Clear? So we have 2MA square plus 2MA square. So we have 4MA square. So when the axis of rotation goes from any corner of the square, so we have the moment of inertia is equal to 4A square M. Now if the axis of rotation goes along the diagonal, this from A to C, goes along the diagonal A to C. Diagonal may be A to C, diagonal may be B to D. Then how will we find? So when we take the diagonal, so distance from axis of rotation is what? This is A by root 2. So what is the distance from B to O? Distance from B to O is A by root 2 over 2. So we have A by root 2. Clear? So when we take from the diagonal, we just take the points IB and ID. Total moment of inertia is IA plus IB plus IC plus ID. Value for IA is 0. So as the axis of rotation goes from the point A, for IB we have M square of the distance A by root 2 whole square. For IC we have 0 and ID again we have M A by root 2 whole square. So what we have, so we have total moment of inertia is equal to M A square upon 2 plus M A square upon 2. So we have MA square. Clear? So when the axis of rotation goes along the diagonal. Now the third case also arises when the axis of rotation goes along one side of the square. That means consider a case, for example, this is our square and if the axis of rotation goes along this side, we can take any of the side of the square. For example, the side A and B, and this is the distance A. So total moment of inertia is IA, IB, IC plus ID. So for IA we have 0, for IB we have 0 because the axis of rotation goes from A to B. Now IC, the distance from C is A. So we have MA square plus for ID we also have that axis of rotation, distance is MA square. So we have answer 2MA square. Clear? So in this way, the distance from axis of rotation plays a very important role in order to find the moment of inertia. Now there are some cases, for example a thin rod or cylinder or cone or ring, and we have to derive the different formulas regarding that, and in order to, after that we just simply find the moment of inertia for that figure. I will make a separate video for that and you can consider into that. Okay.